In 2019, Russia withdrew itself from Article 90 of Protocol 1 of the Geneva Conventions. In 2022, Russia invaded Ukraine. Are the Geneva Conventions being breached in the Russia Ukraine war? Russia has been at war with Ukraine since February 24, 2022. Visuals of completely destroyed cities and stranded citizens are being shared on the news and on social media, with a growing call to stop the violence. The world is increasingly looking to the Geneva Convention guidelines to guard the rights and the lives of the innocent and wounded. The Geneva Conventions are a set of 4 treaties. They were established as a result of the Second World War. They were formalized in 1949, and 3 protocols, the first two in 1977 and the third in 2005, were added. These laws of war codify ethical and legal international standards for humanitarian treatment of those impacted by any ongoing war. The first convention protects the wounded and sick soldiers on land during war. This also extends to medical and religious personnel, medical units, and medical transport. The Second Geneva Convention protects wounded, sick, and shipwrecked military personnel at sea during war. This convention also extends to hospital ships and medical transports by sea. The Third Geneva Convention applies to prisoners of war, including a wide range of general protections such as humane treatment, maintenance and equality across prisoners, conditions of captivity, questioning and evacuation of prisoners, transit camps, food, clothing, medicines, hygiene, and right to religious, intellectual, and physical activities of the prisoners. The Fourth Geneva Convention protects civilians, including those in occupied territory. It focuses on their status and treatment and also asserts the obligations of the occupying power with respect to the civilian population. The Fourth Convention applies to the ongoing crisis in Ukraine. In the current conflict, Russian President Vladimir Putin and his administration have firmly denied any harm to civilians. But with the several videos and photos showing civilian casualties, damaged hospitals, and other public property mounting, leaders across the world are looking to the Geneva Conventions. The violation of the conventions and committal of war crimes can be investigated and prosecuted by the International Criminal Court. But analysts say the evidence does not answer the most important question in any war crime prosecution: who ordered which crime? The only proof, if recoverable, is in the Russian soldiers' phones and devices. The evidence can be orders from commanding officers or even visuals of these war crimes being committed. To look into this further, the ICC opened a war crimes investigation under its prosecutor Karim Khan on February 28, 2022. While all 196 countries comply with the Geneva Conventions, in 2019 Russia withdrew itself from Article 90 of Protocol 1. This article expects the country to oblige and comply with any international fact-finding mission. Russia's pre-emptive withdrawal will enable them to refuse access to records or resources that can hold Moscow responsible for the breach of the Geneva Conventions. The Geneva Conventions have been previously breached by the US-led coalition's bombing of Raqqa in Syria, in Aleppo and Idlib by Russian forces, and in Yemen by the Saudi Arabia and the UAE-led coalition. While the ICC's ruling may not be effectively enforced by third parties, they have been able to create awareness about the inhuman treatment, leading to imposition of sanctions and embargoes.